Well, today the trailer dropped for Final Destination Bloodlines, the 6th movie in the Final Destination franchise, and the first movie in the franchise in over a decade, and we're gonna get into it. Welcome back to the Ecto Violence channel. My name is Alec. This is Darwin. Today we're talking the new Final Destination Bloodlines trailer that dropped today. Now, I'm a big fan of the Final Destination movies. I saw the first one before any of the sequels had come out. I was very familiar with Devon Sawa at the time, and I loved this thing. And then Final Destination 2, 3 came out, and I loved those as well. And at this point, I gotta say, I think Final Destination 3 is my personal favorite, but I also really like the first one and the second one. Now, the fourth one, I think, is trash. I don't know what happened there. But the fifth one returned to greatness, if you ask me. So I'm really hoping that this sixth one will be excellent as well. So let's get into this trailer. So it's kind of it's a 2-minute trailer, right? And it's basically just a scene from the movie. Now, I kind of like that, but I kind of don't. I feel like if we went back and looked at the trailers for some of these other movies, I feel like the trailers would definitely be showing us what the main disaster is. Now, this trailer is just a teaser, but it didn't do that. Now, I don't want it to do that. I think I already read it somewhere, but I already forgot it. I mean, even if I know it, I'd rather not see the images of it until closer to the actual release, if at all. But this is obviously a shortened version of a scene in the movie. If you ask me, it'll probably be the first death that occurs after the big accident, but that's just based on context clues. So the first thing we're looking at really is a tongue piercing that's going on, and this guy saying, like, yeah, I only came in because, they made me, my dad just died. And so then she gets her tongue pierced and leaves. And this is a very interesting setting, The way these movies are shot, I think they're executing that fairly well in this trailer. There's always some ridiculous decorations and things that are happening. He starts cleaning with a, surface cleaner, right? And we can tell by the packaging it's dangerous, like it's flammable. It just, it has that vibe. We get shots of the ceiling fan, which they posted yesterday on social media, just like a short clip of just a ceiling fan. We were like, what the hell is this? This is clearly what it was referencing. There's chains hanging from the ceiling, I guess because it's this weird tattoo shop vibe, like we got chains hanging everywhere. He puts on a sad mix playlist, which has the song, I Can't Live If Living Is Without You. Honestly, that's a dope song. It's a really good song. Contextually, I see why they put it here. I don't know if it's in the actual movie or if it's just a trailer song, but we'll see. But right after I say that, I think he puts it on as a playlist song, so it's probably in the actual movie, which is great because one of my favorite deaths is the tanning bed death in the third movie, which is synchronized with Ohio Players roller coaster, Love Roller Coaster. Anyway, he tattoos Dad on himself, which is funny. You know what I tattooed on myself? A VHS tape, a wonky VHS tape. So the cleaner spills, and we start to see the events of this guy's death unfold. Now, mind you, I'm sure this is cut down quite a lot for, just being a trailer and them not wanting to spoil it all, although we do see what seems like a lot of it. So the big thing here is when one of these chains is hit by the ceiling fan, knocked loose, starts wrapping around after it hooks to his nose ring, right? It's an interesting concept. I like these very elaborate and interesting deaths where you're wondering which thing is going to kill him. We eventually see him fall into the fire after he's stood up on a chair, onto the counter, falls through the glass there, and we can assume he dies there. But hopefully the rest of the trailers are, a little less revealing. Or maybe I'll just have to avoid them because I don't want the whole thing to be spoiled, and I really enjoy the Final Destination movies as a franchise. I haven't even really looked too much at the cast in this. I did see that Tony Todd was listed. I don't know if he filmed a bunch of stuff, if it's archival or AI voice stuff. I'm not 100% sure. So after that, the logo for the movie comes up and it says May 16th and all this. Honestly, awesome. I do find it mildly annoying that we're spoiled a entire death scene. Again, I think it's cut down, so not too big of a deal. Again, I'd rather see that than just basically see the beginning accident and have that all spoiled for us, which I'm not 100% on, but I definitely believe is what the other trailers did. I will say, calling it Final Destination Bloodlines, I have criticisms of that title. Hell, I have Hellraiser Bloodline behind me. We just had Pet Sematary Bloodlines come out, didn't we? The thing is with this, I think it's going to actually really connect with the plot. I think they're going to connect it to the other movies and perhaps the characters. I think all of the movies have done. I don't know about the fourth one. I can't remember that one. I've seen it like 2 or 3 times, and every now and then I try to give it another chance, and I just dislike it. All I can hope is that this will be at least as good as the fifth one, which I think is weaker than 1, 2, and 3, but it's still pretty on par. Like, I've described it this way to people. It is The Office, the television show The Office, but a Final Destination movie. You don't believe me? Go check it out. They work at a paper company. Packard is in it. There is office relationship drama, and then they all start to die. You know, I was born in 1991, so by the time the first movie came out on home video is when I finally saw it. It's one of those franchises that I kind of always underappreciated myself, and I think other people did as well. Now, these days, I think people are definitely coming around to it and thinking, this is really something. Like, I know a lot of people really, really like the second movie, and that's obviously the most iconic of the, like, accidents that happen in the movies. Personally, I still think the first one's better, and my personal favorite is 3. But I don't know, 3 just has something going for it. I really like the deaths, the vibe that goes on in that movie. And I had this really interesting experience watching it for the first time at home. That's actually one I didn't see in theaters. But it was like an afternoon. I was like 14 or 15. My parents were out. I cooked up a DiGiorno pizza in the oven, you know. It was probably pepperoni at the time. And I threw this thing on and just watched it at home alone and was able to fully enjoy it, you know, like, that movie is just very special to me. I actually just did a video on the special features for that, which, if you didn't know, you can do sort of choose your own adventure style for that DVD. And basically, there's a bunch of alternate and deleted scenes that are included in it that let you continue on in the movie with different repercussions and interesting things. It's not too crazy and intricate, but it's very cool. So check out that video if you haven't seen it. It's pretty sick. What I will say before we go about this trailer is, I can already tell that the filmmaking and the style is definitely going to be there for this movie. It is definitely going to feel like a Final Destination movie, and I'm looking forward to that. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Are you excited to see this movie? Does this trailer have you excited? How do you feel about them showing off a death scene and not the big, you know, what event at the beginning of the movie? Do you think this movie's going to change stuff from the plot? Like, I don't know if they're going to follow the exact thing that the other movies have been doing from the beginning. If they're going to try to add new stuff, because they kind of expanded the lore a little bit in each of them. Like, for example, in the 5th movie, if you kill someone, you get their life. Like, that became a new plot element in that movie. I have mixed feelings on that, but it's at least interesting, and it's at least advancing something. And if you like this video, be sure to check out this one and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.